Good afternoon, folks. Welcome to the J&RH Railroad in Abilene, Texas. Juan on this end, K5EHL. We're looking at a signal tower that a previous video had been posted on the construction of that tower. And you can get an idea what these tricolored or bicolored LEDs look like. We set one for red and one for green. We have a loco underneath it that has a flashing yellow light, which is the surface mounted devices. We also talked about that in a previous video. We're going to discuss that in more detail. On this particular engine, this is one of our very early conversions. And you'll notice that the main headlight on the engine is actually a 5mm round white LED light. These were the early available LEDs back in the 1990s. Did not have 3mm or surface mounted ones at that time. So this engine was initially set up with the front headlight probably around 1992 or 93. So it's an old engine. The yellow flashing is an update. That is the surface mounted devices. Now with that, we're going to shift into a continuation of the slide presentation on LEDs, identifying them, and then we want to transition into actually making what I call traffic signal lights. So I think you'll find that interesting. You'll actually be able to see the application of those LEDs. Enjoy. This is our tower signal light for the double track. Almost completed. You just saw in the video what the finished product looked like. So we're going to run through the sequence on this just a little bit. In this picture, we're looking a top view of the signal light. Those are the bicolored LEDs that we showed you just earlier in the presentation here. And they are staggered, as you can see. You can get an idea of the wiring. Again, that's number 30 gauge wire that we're using in there. We'll move on and take another shot. You can see the close-up of those LEDs, the wiring, and we've used heat shrink tubing to encase those small wires in. I recommend do not shrink the tubing, leave it loose. It just helps to be flexible, to be able to move it around, position as you need it. This is the top cover that's going on the signal light tower. It is a piece of styrene I-beam type construction. It is ideal for this because it fits perfectly. It's a piece of scrap. And this is the side, just gray in color, and then I painted it with the aluminum, so you'll see it here in just a minute. This is a good view of what that I-beam looks like when it's been painted. It just fits perfectly inside of the signal tower, and you do not have to glue it. In fact, I recommend you don't, and just leave it loose in there in case you want to get in there down the road. We're trying to show you the soda straw tubing. If you look closely, you can see it running down parallel to the tower girders. It's been painted. It was red, and we sprayed it silver. So to kind of give you an idea of how we brought that wire down through that tubing. Not the best shot, but it's there. Well, we're getting a little smarter in our filmmaking. We actually turned that tower over, and now you can clearly see that tubing coming down through the base. And remember that we drilled a small hole just big enough for that soda straw tubing to go through. And again, we sprayed that with silver paint. You can see the 3 feed wires coming off of it. There's one for red, one for green, and one for common. Another close-up view of the soda straw coming down from the top of the platform on the signal tower. Just a very simple thing. Drill a hole, feed it through there. And again, remember that we told you earlier you have to pick which side you're going to bring that soda straw down, but they have to alternate. They cannot be all on the same side if you want it to look very realistic. Okay, folks, I've been advised by our film director that we're going to need to start another video. So, in this picture, you see a blue Acromills bin container. We showed you some of these earlier that we had in our tool drawer. That is the part number by Bachman Industries for block signals. So you'll need to order some of these. You can get them through your hobby shop, get them online. And the next chapter is going to be how to build your train signals. I call them traffic lights. So we'll do that and we'll pick that up in the next one. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy it. Stay with us.